It's the most expensive private yacht ever commissioned. But don't let the price tag fool you. The Crown Prince's $500 million super yacht may cost more than a small nation's GDP, but owning one comes with surprises. Crew salaries, fuel consumption, maintenance schedules, and docking fees that add up to millions annually. What happens when unlimited wealth meets cutting-edge naval engineering and Italian craftsmanship? And why does this floating palace feature everything from a concert hall to a submarine dock, while consuming more fuel per day than most people earn in a year? We're breaking down the real cost of owning the world's most expensive yacht and whether $500 million can truly buy the ultimate maritime experience. Section 1. The exterior design. Let's start where the world sees this masterpiece first. The exterior. This super yacht doesn't just float, it dominates every harbour it enters with a presence that makes other vessels look like dinghies. The numbers tell the story. We're looking at a vessel that's 530 feet long, 74 feet wide, and displaces over 14,000 tons. Step onto the deck, and you're greeted by what naval architects call automotive-inspired design language. Think Rolls-Royce meets oceanic engineering. The hull is constructed from steel with an aluminum superstructure, painted in a custom metallic finish that required over 6 months of application and costs more per gallon than most people's cars. The yacht accommodates up to 36 guests across 18 suites, each larger than luxury hotel rooms. The owner's suite alone spans over 3,000 square feet across 2 decks. But the real genius lies in the outdoor spaces. Multiple swimming pools, including an infinity pool that appears to merge with the ocean, a helipad capable of landing helicopters up to 8 tons, and deck space that totals over 20,000 square feet. One feature that continuously impresses maritime experts is the beach club. Located at the stern and accessible via hydraulic platforms that lower to water level, it provides 6,500 square feet of space. And here's the kicker. It's climate-controlled and features floor-to-ceiling windows that create an underwater viewing experience when the yacht is anchored. Section 2. The interior spaces. Moving inside to the heart of this floating palace, the interior represents everything opulent about modern superyacht design. This isn't your typical vessel with cramped cabins and utilitarian spaces. Instead, you're looking at what designers call museum-quality craftsmanship, executed by Italian artisans who spent over 4 years completing the interior work. The centerpiece is a grand atrium that spans 3 decks, featuring a spiral staircase carved from single blocks of Carrara marble. Custom lighting fixtures, each weighing over 500 pounds and requiring individual structural reinforcement, illuminate spaces with hand-blown Murano glass. The main salon stretches 120 feet, providing unobstructed ocean views through floor-to-ceiling windows. The yacht features facilities that would make 5-star hotels jealous. A concert hall with acoustics designed by the same firm that engineered Carnegie Hall accommodates 100 guests. A cinema with Dolby Atmos surrounds sound seats 40 in reclining chairs upholstered in leather that costs more per square foot than most people's mortgage payments. The spa and wellness center occupies an entire deck. We're talking about treatment rooms, a Turkish hammam with hand-laid mosaic tiles that took craftsmen 18 months to complete, a beauty salon, and a gym equipped with equipment that would make professional athletes envious. Adjacent is an indoor-outdoor pool with a retractable roof and countercurrent swimming system. The real genius lies in the hidden technology. The yacht features stabilization systems that reduce roll by 90%, making the vessel stable enough to perform surgery at sea. Climate control maintains perfect temperature and humidity throughout, regardless of external conditions. Acoustic insulation means you can't hear the engines even when they're running at full power. Section 3. The propulsion and performance. Now let's talk about what makes this vessel move. The heart of this superyacht consists of 4 MTU diesel engines, each producing over 4,000 horsepower. Before you think of this as simply a large boat, understand that this is a precisely engineered vessel incorporating technology from aerospace, automotive, and marine engineering. The engines drive 4 propellers through reduction gears that weigh over 10 tons each. This isn't just about power. The propulsion system features azimuth thrusters that can rotate 360 degrees, providing unprecedented maneuverability for a vessel this size. Docking doesn't require tugboats. The captain can position this 530-foot yacht with precision measured in inches. The real magic happens in the performance specifications. The yacht cruises at 18 knots, consuming approximately 500 gallons of fuel per hour. That's 12,000 gallons per day at cruise speed. To put that in perspective, that's more fuel than most people use in their cars over several years, consumed in a single day. Top speed reaches 22 knots, though running at maximum speed increases fuel consumption to over 700 gallons per hour. Range is where this vessel truly demonstrates its capability. With full fuel tanks holding over 200,000 gallons, you're looking at 7,000 nautical miles of range at cruise speed. That's enough to cross the Atlantic Ocean without refueling, travel from Monaco to New York, or circumnavigate the Mediterranean multiple times. The fuel tanks alone represent extraordinary engineering. They're not simple containers, but sophisticated systems with baffles, heating elements, filtration systems, and monitoring technology. The fuel management system can transfer fuel between tanks to maintain optimal trim and stability as fuel is consumed or as weight distribution changes when guests and supplies are loaded. Section 4. The technology systems. One feature that sets this super yacht apart from every other vessel is the integrated technology systems. The yacht features what engineers call a digital nervous system that monitors and controls over 10,000 sensors throughout the vessel. This isn't just convenient, it's essential for managing a floating city of this complexity. The navigation suite includes multiple redundant radar systems, satellite communications, weather monitoring, and chart plotting systems that make commercial airline cockpits look simple. The captain doesn't just steer the boat. He manages a command center that would be at home on a military vessel. Dynamic positioning systems can hold the yacht stationary within a few feet, even in challenging sea conditions. Communications technology ensures connectivity anywhere on Earth. Multiple satellite systems provide high-speed internet with bandwidth that rivals land-based fiber optic connections. Cellular systems extend coverage miles from shore. Secure communications systems enable confidential business discussions from anywhere in the world. The entertainment and audio-visual systems represent another level of integration. Every suite features custom integration with centralized servers storing thousands of movies, millions of songs, and live television from around the world. Touchscreen controls throughout the yacht manage everything from lighting to climate to entertainment with intuitive interfaces. Security systems incorporate technology from military and commercial applications. Perimeter monitoring detects approaching vessels or swimmers. Below-deck security measures protect against unauthorized access. Surveillance systems with facial recognition provide comprehensive monitoring while respecting guest privacy in private areas. The yacht also features a submarine dock capable of accommodating a 20-foot submersible. Imagine exploring underwater shipwrecks or coral reefs from your own submarine, launched from your yacht. It's technology that was pure fantasy for even the wealthiest individuals just decades ago. Section 5. The crew and operations. Operating a vessel of this magnitude requires a permanent crew of 70 to 80 professionals. This isn't a weekend boat you take out yourself. This is a floating operation requiring specialists in navigation, engineering, hospitality, security, and administration working in coordinated shifts 24 hours per day. The captain typically comes from a commercial maritime or naval background, holding the highest level of certification for vessels this size. Salaries for qualified superyacht captains range from $300,000 to over $500,000 annually. The chief engineer, responsible for maintaining propulsion, electrical, and mechanical systems, commands similar compensation. The deck crew manages everything from anchoring to tender operations to maintaining the exterior. Interior crew includes a hotel manager, chief steward, stewardesses, and hospitality staff providing 5-star service. The galley staff features an executive chef and sous chefs capable of producing restaurant-quality cuisine for 36 guests while accommodating any dietary requirement or preference. Crew quarters occupy significant space below guest decks. While not as opulent as guest accommodations, they provide private or shared cabins with amenities, including crew mess, crew gym, and crew lounge areas. Taking care of the crew is essential as their performance directly impacts the guest experience. The operational complexity extends beyond the crew. The yacht requires constant maintenance even when not in use. The painting alone requires reapplication every few years at a cost exceeding $5 million. Teak decks need periodic replacement. Interior refurbishment occurs on rotating schedules to maintain pristine condition. Section 6. The tender fleet. One consideration that significantly enhances the yachting experience is the tender fleet. This super yacht carries multiple support vessels stored in a dedicated tender garage. The primary tender is a 45-foot custom boat that's essentially a luxury yacht in its own right, capable of transporting a dozen guests to shore in style and comfort. Additional tenders include rigid inflatable boats for water sports, jet skis for guests seeking excitement, and various toys including sea bobs, wakeboards, diving equipment, and inflatable water parks that deploy from the yacht's stern. The tender garage doors open hydraulically, and an internal crane system launches and retrieves vessels without guests ever seeing the mechanics. The support vessels extend the yacht's capabilities dramatically. Want to have lunch at a beachside restaurant while the main yacht remains anchored offshore? The tender provides transportation that rivals the comfort of the mothership. Want to explore a shallow bay inaccessible to the main yacht? The tenders have draft measured in inches rather than feet. Each tender requires maintenance, insurance, and operational support from crew members specifically trained in their operation. The primary tender alone might cost $5 million to build and requires its own captain qualified to operate vessels of that size. When you account for the full fleet, you're looking at an additional $30 to $40 million in capital investment beyond the main yacht. Section 7. The annual operating costs. Now for the moment you've been waiting for, what does it actually cost to operate this maritime palace? The purchase price of $500 million is only the beginning. Industry standards suggest annual operating costs run approximately 10% of the vessel's value, meaning $50 million per year just to keep this yacht operational. Breaking that down, crew salaries, benefits, and training total approximately $10 to $12 million annually. Fuel consumption at 150 days of operation per year at 12,000 gallons daily at $5 per gallon adds another $9 million. Docking fees at premium marinas like Monaco, Saint-Tropez, or Miami range from $1 to $3 million annually, depending on season and location. Maintenance represents the largest variable expense. Annual inspections, routine maintenance, and consumables typically run $8 to $12 million per year. But every few years, major refits are required. These can cost $30 to $50 million and involve dry docking the vessel for months, while specialized contractors perform work that cannot be accomplished while afloat. Insurance for a vessel of this value and complexity runs $4 to $6 million annually. This covers hull and machinery, crew liability, and protection and indemnity coverage. The premium increases if the yacht operates in regions considered higher risk or during certain seasons when weather hazards increase. Additional operational costs include food and beverages, which might seem trivial but easily reach $1 million annually when you're providing champagne, caviar, and Wagyu beef for guests accustomed to the finest things. Flowers alone for a season can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars when replaced frequently to maintain perfect appearance. Depreciation represents another consideration. Super yachts typically depreciate 10 to 15% in the first year and continue depreciating throughout their life. A $500 million yacht might lose $50 to $75 million in value the moment it's delivered, similar to driving a new car off the lot, but at a dramatically different scale. Section 8. The ultimate question. The ownership story for superyachts of this caliber involves considerations beyond simple financial calculations. These vessels represent ultimate expressions of wealth, status, and the ability to travel the world while maintaining a level of luxury impossible in hotels or private residences. When you factor in privacy, security, and the ability to wake up in a different country every morning, the value proposition becomes more complex. For the individuals who can afford these vessels, the annual operating costs of $50 million might represent a small percentage of their net worth. If you're worth $50 billion, spending $50 million annually on a yacht represents 1/10% of your net worth. At that wealth level, the yacht isn't a financial burden. It's a lifestyle choice that provides value impossible to quantify in purely monetary terms. The yacht enables business meetings in complete privacy, family vacations creating memories that money genuinely cannot buy, and experiences that separate those with mere millions from those with billions. When you can invite heads of state, business leaders, or celebrities to join you on a vessel that represents the pinnacle of human craftsmanship and engineering. You're operating in a realm where normal financial calculations no longer apply. The Crown Prince's $500 million superyacht costs approximately $50 million annually to operate, featuring everything from a concert hall and submarine dock to a crew of 80 professionals maintaining this floating palace. The question is, does this ultimate expression of wealth and maritime engineering represent the pinnacle of luxury living that justifies the astronomical costs? Or is it simply conspicuous consumption on a scale that most people can barely comprehend? If you enjoyed this glimpse into the world of ultimate luxury, a like and subscription would mean the world. And for those who dream of experiencing life at sea in unimaginable style, click right here to watch our video on the real cost of owning a Gulfstream G650. See you next time.